Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the best knives you can buy right now in CS2 that come under the $750 mark. Before we dive into it, I just want to let you guys know that the prices are from the 21st of October, so if you are watching it down the line, just keep in mind that there will naturally be some variants. Now, first up, I'm going to have the Talon Slaughter. I think once you hit the $750 mark, you can open up into like really nice Stilettos, really nice Talons, lower tier like M9 Bayonets, Butterfly, stuff like that, and the Talon Slaughter is just a really nice one. Now, it does have to be minimum wear. We can't quite crack into that factory new, so you will get some scrapes depending on the float you get. This is a slightly higher float just to be a bit more realistic. But overall, I think for $665, so we're actually coming a good bit under the $750 mark, this is a super slick knife. And while we're talking about super slick knives, let me tell you about today's sponsor. Now, before we look at these skins, let me tell you about today's sponsor, Knifey. Knifey is the ultimate way to bring your favorite CS2 skins to life with IRL CS2 knives. These are high quality, accurate recreations of your favorite CS2 knives, and I've personally got my eye on the Stiletto lure as that's a skin I'm waiting for Valve to add to the game. And good news, you can use my code Fozzy to get 20% off your order. So with more than 200 skins across 16 categories, worldwide shipping, and ultra fast support, if you want to pick up an IRL CS2 knife, then you should check out Knifey. Thanks to Knifey for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to it. Next up, as I just mentioned, we can get some low tier butterfly knives, and I've done exactly that. This is the Butterfly Knife Urban Mast in minimum wear, and it comes in at about $730. Now, you will notice I am going to be changing gloves as we go through each one. Obviously, they're not included in the price, but it's to give an idea of what gloves you could potentially pair with the knife. Now, Urban Mast is by no means my favorite finish, but I think the fact you can get it minimum wear and pretty clean on the Butterfly, which obviously gets you all these lovely animations, which people just really want. That's the key selling point of the Butterfly. I think it's pretty cool. And of course, the other one I mentioned is we can now get into the M9 Bayonet game, which is really nice. Now, Blue Steel M9 Bayonet is going to be my pick here because it's about $735 in field test it, and I think field test it gets a nice finish for Blue Steel, at least right now in CS2 after all the updates they did to it. Obviously, nothing crazy animation-wise, but when it comes to like the meanest blade in CS, I think this one wins. I did also mention Stiletto at the start of the video, and Doppler Stiletto is now available in the budget. Now, I'm going to be including 3 phases here because they range all the way between $645 all the way to $750. This is a phase 1 that you're looking at right now, which is on the lower end of that pricing. If you prefer the more blue look, you can then go for a phase 3. This is it here, and phase 4 will be the last one. I'll show it now. We can get phase 2 because the overpay for that takes it well into the $800 mark. And finally, what I think my pick would be the phase 4 because there's a lot of purple. You get the right pattern. It looks like a fake sapphire. So depending on what phase you go for, like I say, anywhere between that 645 all the way to the 750 mark. Now, believe it or not, you can actually get an emerald in this price range, which is sick. You can get a gut knife emerald. Now, I know there's going to be conversation around it being a gut knife, but just the fact you're getting an emerald here, $730. It's factory new, of course, and it looks really nice. Like, I know the brown handles there. It's a bit weird. That's why I paired it with jade gloves, which are affordable and kind of work for this because the brown on bronze. Obviously, animation-wise, it's the same animations as the Huntsman, which I do really like. And across the board, you're just getting an emerald. Like, maybe you want to go phase 2 for a better knife, but if you do want emerald, this is the pick. And then another one that's on that like S tier knife level is going to be the Karambit, and here we can go for a minimum wear Boreal Force. Now, the thing I like about this, and just to be clear on pricing, this is under $750, but it's a bit of a series. We've done under 100, 200, 300, 400, and 500. So this is basically everything within that like $500 to $750 mark. This is $620. If you're a Karambit enjoyer, yes, the corners aren't going to be clean, but you're going for a green loadout and you don't mind having camo themed gloves either, this could be a really nice option to get a sick knife. Now, we could not get a phase 2 on the Stiletto, but there is a knife you can get it on, and it's going to be the flip knife, which, as much as I dislike that the knife blade wouldn't fold into the handle, it is what it is, the blade can look sick on a flip knife. So if you can get over that like little issue that exists, and many of you can, $590 for factory new phase 2 flip knife Doppler. The pink gem aspect of it with how the blade shape is and the size is like perfect. And there's a few different gloves you can pair this with, but overall, if you want a mean blade that has a really nice finish, it's not going to break the bank, flip knife Dopplers is definitely worth a look at, especially the phase 2. Looking at another slaughter knife, this time it's going to be the skeleton, and we hit the rare animation, which is perfect. You could not have asked for anything better. Now, it's very, very hard to get that rare animation, to be clear, but this knife will run you just under the $700 mark. Obviously, really nice slaughter pattern on it. The blade itself looks incredibly good. The rare inspect, the rare draw animations are all cool, and I really like how the black tape on the handle actually kind of pairs in with like the black and red of the knife, which is why my choice here would be going Scarlet Shams if you were looking for a glove combo. And then we go back to the Talon, but this time to go to the Tiger Tooth. And this one's also going to be minimal wear. And again, you can see where that wear comes in on the Talon. But price-wise, minimal wear is $665. So you're a good bit under the $750 sort of budget area. You've got a good option in going to big games as your gloves here, which is always my like Tiger Tooth suggestion. I think it works very well together. So yeah, Talon, you're going to get lots of nice animations. I think the Tiger Tooth and the Slaughter on the Talon are some of the best value for money knives for finish, vibes, aura, whatever way you want to describe it, animations, all that goodness. Now, if you liked the butterfly before, but the finish wasn't for you, again, you can go for like a more sort of camo-y theme here. You can pick up a minimal wear Forest DDPAT for about $690. The big thing I like here is that you can go directly into the specialist gloves that pair perfectly with it, so you're actually getting like a perfect color combo match across the board here. And the gloves aren't too bad, and in the grand scheme of butterfly prices, $690 for this is pretty damn good for like it's clean. It has a glove that pairs perfectly, and then you can actually build a loadout around the glove colors as well. Now, that is the 10 suggestions. I do actually have a bonus one that I'm going to showcase now, but just a reminder to check out Knifey if you want to pick up some nice, really cool IRL CS2 knives. The link and all that goodness will be in the description and the pinned comment. Thanks to Knifey for sponsoring. And the bonus combo, or sorry, the bonus knife, I should say, is going to be the Stiletto Doppler. Now, this one is actually over the $750 mark by a good margin. It's $825, but if you were looking at everything and like, you know what, I kind of want a more neutral knife that has a nice mix of colors, that I can obviously go a bit more creative on fear percentage, but has animations, looks mean, I think this is something you should consider. Personally, I could never see myself buying a feared knife. It's just, I like them, but not enough to go and spend that money myself. But if you do like feared knives, I think the Stiletto was definitely worth considering. And you can see here, this comes from a lot of Discord feedback and people on streams. The PAL gloves actually work pretty well with it as well. But I am going to end it there, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this has helped give some ideas on the knives you could pick up if you're in this region. If you're on a lower budget, as I did mention, I have videos. They will be a month or two old, but they'll give a good idea still of the options you can get for lower budgets. And the next one is going to be the $1,000 mark. And we'll also have some combo-related stuff coming soon. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Finally, just a big thank you to the YouTube members that continue to support the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And outside of that one, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Good. Bye.